In our previous video, we have migrated Bootstrap to the upper version and also created the list page for makes of vehicle. In this video, we are going to add create action and view to add the new makes to our database. So let's go to our make controller and add a create action method. This method will return our create view. We need to add two create methods. One is to display form to the user to add new makes of vehicle, and another one will be called when user will press the submit button to save the data. We have to use attributes on the top of method to tell the framework that which method will be called on the base of get and post request. If we do not add any attribute to a method, MVC framework will consider that as a get method. So let's just add a comment that it is a get method. Add HTTP post attribute on this method. Add input parameter of type make to get the data from our view. Before saving the changes to our database, let's add a check to validate if the received data is valid. If model state dot is valid, we will add makes to our database _db dot add make, and then we will call the save changes method of db to save it to our database. And once the changes are saved, we will redirect our user to the index page. So return redirect to action and name of index. And what if our model state is not valid? We will return the same view and will pass the received makes back to the view so that our view can render proper error to the user. Next, we will add view for our create action method. Right click on our create method and press add view. Click add and declare at that model at the top of page of type make. Use full path of class. Add some spaces. Let's give our form a heading h2 class equal to text info to give test style and some background. Add a form method equal to post, as we are going to post the data to server using this form, and action equal to create, which tell our framework that which action method will be called by the form when user will press the submit button. If we do have same name of our view and action method, we do not need to define this parameter. In our case, we do have same name of our view and action method. It is not required at all. But in case, for example, we had a different name like create makes, then we had to exclusively define this using action parameter. Add div and give it a class form group row. These are the Bootstrap CSS, and if you need more information about these CSS, you can go on Bootstrap site and can explore it. For now, you can just use the CSS I am using and you can experiment with other CSS later. Add another div, give it a size of call 2. Add a label, use ASP helper tag, name ASP4 equal name. These helper tags automatically bind our label name with the property name defined in our model. So these label will always be in sync with our model properties name. Benefit of using helper tags over the defining static label is that in case if we change any of property name in our model, we do not need to worry about changing that in our HTML markups. Add another div, give it a size of call 4. And to add a text box, use input, use tag helper ASP4 equal name. Give it a style of form control, add another div and give it a style form group. Add a button, input, type equal to button, give it a class btn primary, value equal create to display the caption of this button. Add a link to add a back button so that user can go back to the list page. ASP action equal index, class equal btn success, give it a caption back. Look like I have done a mistake. We need to define this button as a submit, not the type of button. That's it. Let's build the application. Ctrl+Shift+B and test it. Refresh the page. Click on add new make. Let's try to add some makes. Press create button. Congratulations, it's successfully added. Let's test if our back button is working fine or not. Click add new make and press the back button. Great, let's get back to our list page. Let's test what will happen if we do not provide any value in text box and press the create button. Great, nothing happened. We will add proper validation summary later so that user can be notified about what was done wrong. Next, we will add the delete functionality to delete the makes from database.